Hey everybody, what's up? Thanks for clicking on the video. I want to talk about this game called Anvil Empires. And I'm going to jump straight into the content so that you guys just get the meat and potatoes of what I'm talking about. Anvil Empires is is a game made by developers Siege Camp. They are also the ones responsible for the game Foxhole. It is a massive multiplayer game where thousands of players work together to build empires, wage war, and conquer a persistent online world. Kind of like Foxhole. If you're familiar with Foxhole, it's basically the same thing, just World War One style. And I recently found this guy's stream. He provided no commentary. He was talking during the stream, but he had some audio issues, and he was showcasing the game. The title of the video is Anvil Empires: The Fall of the Iron Bridge, and it is by AG Plays. He's a small YouTuber just like me. He's got a small channel. So go ahead, find him, give him a subscribe and like. I'll subscribe to him as well. And he put some timestamps in this gameplay that I thought were good, but I went ahead and I commented. Hopefully it's going to be pinned. A more precise showcase of timestamps of what the game features and why I'm so excited for it. So without further ado, we're just gonna get straight into it. I'm not gonna watch the whole stream because I kind of want this to be like a shorter video, showcasing his stream, providing commentary with what he's got going on. So his character is A.G. Weber. As you can see, he starts off like in the middle of a forest on a horse. What do we got? We got like a food bar, stamina bar, health bar. You do and a weight, an inventory system. So right here, he's in a little village. And I've got some timestamps below that I want to talk about. But let's just watch a little gameplay first. What do we have? We're like a medieval setting, medieval world. We got ballistas, stone walls, wooden walls. We got huts. We got wooden bridges. Hopefully those are all player built. I hope that bridge is not there by itself. I hope it was player built. That'd be super cool. Horse-drawn carriages. Now, the horse-drawn carriages, if you're not familiar with Foxhole, it's basically a logistical system in which the players completely run the economy. So if you see over there on the top left-hand corner, we got like piles of wood storage facilities for wood, iron, and whatnot, right? We got a bonfire over here. Foxhole has a mechanic. Their other game has a mechanic where you get cold. You could die if it gets too cold and you're in a winter environment. You got to set up bonfires. You got to put yourself inside a house so your character doesn't just heal over and die. So I thought this was a nice little showcase around the 4-minute mark. Let's click on this. 4-minute mark, they're lining up. They're going to do a little caravan run, probably transporting resources that have been harvested by players themselves. Now, I'm not really sure. There's not a whole logistical gameplay going on in his video, but one could theorize that it's probably you create axes in the game, you walk around, you chop down trees, you harvest stone, and you kill animals. And that's an assumption on whether or not you're hunting animals for hide to make like leather, just because they have animals in there. I saw a bear when I was watching his stream. I also saw a wolf. Hopefully there are other animals other than just the dangerous ones, but I'm assuming you get more hide per what you harvest. If you look, he's got a nice little inventory system. I don't know if we can go back. Let's go back a little bit. Let's take a look at that. Oh, I skipped it. Okay. Let's pause when he's so quick. Bear with me here. I want to talk about a lot of stuff, but I want to talk about the inventory system first. He's so fast. So basically there's a helmet. Oh, here we go. He just paused it again. Anyway, there's a helmet. You got two hands, assuming, one hand you assign a shield, the other hand you assign a sword. I'm not sure if I thought I saw a spear in here. I definitely saw a bow and arrow on his back right now, and later on in the gameplay, I thought I saw a spear. A spear would be cool for like melee engagements from a longer range. And look, this is going to be his town hall where everybody harvests their resources, they refine their resources, they cook, they smith, and they build and they craft and they get together and they put it in these town halls that are all established by the player economy. So let's go a little bit further. So later on in the stream, they're like right here, they're setting up for a caravan, clearly transporting resources. I just thought this was a good showcase of what they got going on right here. And we can skip this because a lot about this game is similar to Foxhole. In Foxhole, the logistical system, you farm and you craft and you do everything in one territory and you move that all to a war front. And that's what they're doing right now. So there's a lot of walking around. I mean, I would say transporting on horseback in this. So we're gonna skip straight over to one of the other features that they had, which was the field of view, the nighttime field of view. During the day, there wasn't this. Looks like this ring of circle, like kind of like what you'd be able to see with the naked eye. That's what this is resembling. You can only see so far in the game, which is good for nighttime engagements, right? Like say you have a small band of what players and you guys all have shields and armors and you guys can go at night during low visibility and you can kind of sneak behind enemy lines or you can even do sneak attacks and raids. I like this. This is the same mechanic that they have in Foxhole and it's good. There's some times that you're going to want to attack during the day, other times you're going to want to attack during the night, and you have the ups and downs of both sides. So I thought this was a really good showcase. Another thing I saw that was interesting was right here in the comment section I linked below the watchtowers. Right, we have a basic wooden wall right here with the watchtowers for archers to get up on, and they have a little bit of shield right here. More storage facilities. They finally made it back from point A to point B, this other village, where they later on have a battle. And you can see we got some stone right here. We got what it looks like iron, maybe some wheat, maybe hide, wood. And that was a good showcase as well of the map. And I'll highlight later on when there's another point to look at the map. We can look at the map right now, actually. Iron Bridge. It looks like he is. That's his friendly territory. These shields right here. These icons are showing friendly territory. He's over here. This is him right here on Iron Bridge. It does look like we have some resources on the maps. Like looks like hunting resources, wood. This looks like a bonfire. Not much else going on right here that I could think of immediately. I'd just be making assumptions. I'm familiar with Foxhole, not this game though. Tomorrow they're doing like a play test, and people could sign up on the Discord for Anvil Empires. So I'm excited for that. But look at this. This is all player built. It has to be player built. There's no way that the studio would come out a game just like Foxhole and this not be player built. Because if you're familiar with Foxhole, all the trenches, all the bases, all the vehicles, all the guns are all farmed, crafted, and used by players. And so this is peak MMO. Like this is everything Warcraft should have been. Warcraft's gonna die because of games like this. This is amazing when they can finally make it so that there's more than what they have, the amount of players on the same server on the same screen, which the number right now is kind of crazy. The level of depth in terms of the weaponry, the combat system, the player mechanics, it's all super deep. This is obviously a stone bridge right next to a wooden bridge that they built, really good. Let's go to the next showcase. Up here, there's some crafting stations over here on your left side. Looks like a tannery and maybe a smithy right there, along with more storage. And now, Iron Bridge. This is their. It looks like this is like their one of their main castles. So he during the game he's not really talking, but he does do a good job showcasing a lot of what the game features. You know that we have houses right here with beds. I'm sure the beds make for like automations possibly. In Foxhole, there's automated systems where things automatically shoot. I didn't see any of that right here, so maybe the beds might be just spawn points, the simplest thing. Another bridge. So here's the map that I saw that I thought showed a little bit more. I don't know what these sticks are. I know the wolves, probably there's going to be wolves there, the little wolves icon. There's ballista towers here. We got multiple more bonfires. And then a lot of armors over here. It looks like armor racks and a lot of crafting stations. So Iron Bridge is their main area. And I did just notice the bears over here. So I'm assuming you hunt the animals to get the hide and get the resources. Let's look at... Someone captured a bear. I saw this in the game. I thought this was super funny and super unique. I don't know if that's a zoo right there on the left-hand side right here. But somebody put a bear in a cage. I thought that was hilarious. I just thought that was unique. I probably wouldn't be going around hunting bears. That's an enemy up there on a horse. And there's a small engagement right here. I just want to show you guys what the combat's like a little bit. We could look at some of the weapons people have. It looks like a lot of swords, axes, shields, and bows. I want to say that there was a spear, but I don't remember seeing a spear. I'm still excited for it, though. The spear should be added. Okay, he's getting some action in with the bow. But everybody's got shields. Let's do a little bit more fast forward. And up here you can see on the left-hand side, they have a battering ram and a shield wall going on. That is a lot of players on the same screen. And the collision in the game makes for the realism. I mean, players bumping into each other, not being able to walk on the same tile that they're walking on, is just excellent. I hated the MMOs where you would walk through somebody and it's like that space right there is just empty. Like you could just walk into people. This game is, I wouldn't say it's unique in that sense because a lot of other games do it. However, this type of MMO on this scale with a lot of players on the screen and a lot of collision, it just makes it perfect. You know, it creates these opportunities where you can make a shield wall. People are not going to walk through you. You know, you can break down a wall and battering ram it, and the defenders can create a shield wall, and they have archers behind you on towers or behind the shield wall shooting over. I mean, it's just perfect what they did with this game. They're doing the same thing with Foxhole, just in a medieval setting. The next thing I wanted to showcase is their first big skirmish. And that was kind of the same video the same stuff we were watching right now. Let me see. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Battering ram in action. Here we go. So right here, they had moved the battering ram from the right side to the left side. They thought this was a better position. We got the defender setting up a shield wall right here. That is beautiful. I mean, look at that. That was awesome. Yeah, he's an archer. He's not in the action. For new players, I would say it's almost safer to be an archer because, I mean, you're going to be useful. You got a bow and arrow. You're from a distance. If you're not good with the melee combat, it's fine. Just stay at a distance. Provide them with cover fire. Maybe you get some hits. It didn't look like the resources for the bow and arrow and the arrows themselves cost a lot. There's a lot of stuff in the game where more veteran players will complain about if you're a new player trying to get into one of these games and you're taking stuff, right? Because everything's, you know, the person who's yelling at you, who's taking stuff, is probably also the person who's going out harvesting the resources and then transporting it to your location for people to use. They get frustrated. It is what it is. It's a game. They put it there so that, you know, you could use it and be useful. But keep in mind, it was a lot of hard work. You know, if you're a new player, grab some light armor, grab a bow, grab some arrows. Those guys are in heavy armors, the enemies. Shoot at them, run. Shoot at them, run. They can't catch you anyway. Unless you're getting chased down by a bunch of archers or light armored spearmen. That's a different story. I thought it was a little weird that the devs included this. I mean, this is a, pre-alpha build. They're able to stand on the fire, and I just thought that wasn't really immersive. They probably changed that later on, but this is just pre-alpha build. It's going to get better. The next thing we wanted to look at, or I wanted to look at, is the respawn mechanic. So he dies. Let's go back to his death. It wasn't a very, I mean, I guess it was a noble death. But what had happened was, he's over here fighting. He's stuck. He's got a one-handed axe, and he just gets mobbed by the enemy. The enemies are the, if you haven't noticed already, they're the ones with the different colored names. He's got a blue name. They got like an orange colored name. He's kind of glitching through. He's got a two-handed axe, and he tries to swing. He's just no match for the people in heavy armor with sword and shield. You know, they just got better defense. So he went ahead and respawned, not by the Iron Bridge. I think he went to, let's see where he clicks. I can't remember where he clicked. I think he went to the Crooked Castle. No, he went to Blund Castle. Wait, maybe not? Did he crash? I hope he didn't crash. Where's he at? I can't really tell. I'm assuming that he went to Blund Castle because it was the closest location to him. No, he went to Crooked Castle. So he respawns. There's obviously a camp here. I think that's what the camps are used for, the respawn locations. I don't know about the beds. I haven't seen anything in this stream particularly what the beds are used for. But as you can see right here, he goes to the center of his town. He goes to the town hall, and this is where all the resources are stored, like I said before. All the resources are stored, sorry. He gets his stuff, and he hikes it. He hikes it all the way back to where they're fighting at the Iron Bridge. And so he's in light armor. He's got a shield and a sword. He's slower, obviously, because it's heavier. Regear at Town Hall. Back to the fighting. Let's watch a little bit of his fighting, because I find it to be a little entertaining. Just watching this is really fun. Let's see. Now, AG Weber, when I was watching his video, he was talking a little bit. He seems to be an experienced player in terms of like communication, like he knows what's going on. But this guy's not MLG, right? So like, give him a break if you're critiquing his gameplay. If you watch the whole stream like I did, you'll probably find yourself saying, you know, why did he do that? You know what I mean? But it's just a game. So he's over here fighting General Joe with his fist, not his sword. That's why I said it. And he wins. And he wins. I guess. Oh, this is another thing I wanted to showcase. To showcase the food. So it looked like he's eating some cooked fish. And there's passive healing when you eat. It looked like it affected not only his hunger, his stamina, but if you see his health bar going up on the left-hand corner, it's slowly going up. So he's able to stay in the fight a little bit longer just because he grabbed a piece of fish, which is good. You know, maybe you want to play this game and you don't want to fight. Maybe you just want to, you know, facilitate the village. You know, you want to like help be a chef. You want to be a lumber guy. You want to be a hunter. You know, there's room for everybody in games like this. I don't know if you're familiar with the game Albion, but Albion is kind of like that. It's just, it's dying because the developers like handholding. Bridge fight. So he does die here again, which is okay. He goes back, does the same thing, regears, and this is another portion of his video. What I thought was super unique is a bridge fight. Like, it didn't dawn on me when I was first watching it, like, oh, there's a bridge, you know. I thought, cool, players make the bridge, you can get around obstacles. And then it kind of like went straight over my head. I don't know how it did. You can be in scenarios where you are bridge fighting like this, and it's like a perfect showcase of what's going on. Oh, oops, I gotta go back to the bridge fight. Let's skip ahead. So obviously Iron Bridge is the name of this castle over here, and they are not having a good time. He's got a little more view. It does look like the enemy is pushing them back. And they're trying to hold the bridge. This is a good opportunity to see the proximity chat. I'll turn on the volume just temporarily. He does have like a weird mic, so it might sound weird.
Man, just attack. You got the gate.
Hold. Let them come closer.
Attack.
Hold.
Just attack us, man. It's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
Serious, bro.
Lower it a little bit.
Another kill. Yeah, bro, you should charge the line by character.
Come on, from Reg.
There's a boat right here. I thought that was cool. Some guy just watching the fight.
He's the mate. You're gonna kill us all, man. Okay, guys, Woodbridge to the right.
Let's watch this.
Romage, you should come here. Charge the line by
Come
yourself.
on, man. What are you guys just standing there for? Just attack already.
Here we go.
Bigger number advantage? Like,
You're waiting for the extra 80.
We die on this bridge, boys.
You scoot back a little bit. Can we scoot back a little bit? Can somebody move?
yeah, you're kind of kissing me, bro. That's kind of gay.
And he dies. So that just showcases a little bit of like, there's proximity chat, people are talking, people are, you know, going back and forth trying to entice each other to do this or that. I think that's fun. I used to play Call of Duty, you know, back when it first came out, the first Modern Warfare, and I always loved that, the pre-game or post-game lobbies. I always thought that was fun. This is a continuous game lobby. I mean, you could be walking down the road trying to transport, you know, whatever you're transporting from point A to point B, and somebody could come out of the woods, try to kill you, and they could be talking crap to you the whole time. I just thought that was a good showcase. I wanted to show you guys. Let's look at another one. This starts at 133, and he basically regeared and he fell back to his previous castle. And I titled this showcasing the long amount of time you can wait on a wall for an enemy to attack. LOL. Because for 30 minutes he sits there and he waits for this to happen. Finally, they show up on the wall. So an amount of time comes back. You know, Iron Bridge had fallen. They retreat back to their secondary castle, and another battle ensues. So enemies are going to attack right here shortly after another 30 minutes of waiting. Finally. And they use the battering ram. I don't know how effective battering rams are on a stone wall, but I'm excited to see it there. And this is also another cool mechanic. They all have torches that they're ready to throw to try to set things on fire. How effective it is on a battering ram that looks like it has metal on it, I don't know. Maybe it's a little more effective than I would think. But he's loading up a ballista to shoot. And you can see the defense here starts to turn in their favor right around now. Let's hear what they're saying, because you know they're yelling at each other.
Yeah, I got him with that. I got him.
Let's go, Nate. Let's go. Why are you jumping down?
So I don't want to like show too much of the audio because it's like staticky audio, but also they say some choice words. I don't want this to, get me in trouble. Successful. That was a successful defense. And they're contemplating whether or not they should they're contemplating whether or not they were going to steal or set on fire the thing. They did destroy it. Faction system. So right here, I don't know what happens. He lags out and he just shows us the faction system. You have to select your alliance. Kind of like in Foxhole, you have the Colonials and you have the Wardens, but there's 3 alliances here. I just want to read it. It looks good. Select alliance. The Pagans, forged in the frigid southern waters of the wayward sea. We've tempered our souls within its shining jewel. Our Aranic isles still, the gods demanded new lands with rich soil, fed with the lifeblood of our enemies. So north we sailed. We will claim this land, this Caligo, in their honor. Okay, I mean, obviously Viking-esque. That's cool. I'm probably going to play that faction. I don't know why you play any other faction. The Ancients, the bones of our forefathers shaped the lands of Caligo. Praying to your gods and hope they hear you. For if you dare set foot on our soil, every stone, every tree, and even the storms will come to our aid. We are the Mirish of Caligo, blood of the Ancients. The people who were here first. That sounds dope too. The Remnants. For a myriad, the vast Novan kingdom has endured with our cities in ruin, our empire routed. We now look to survival. Caligo is a sacred boom, a fertile, verdant land of potential. Do not linger, for we are the remnant. Let us reclaim that which has been taken from us. Obviously, a fallen empire. That sounds dope too. They did a good job. The 3 factions for this medieval is really... It's dope because before in Foxhole we only had 2 factions. The 3 factions I'm all for. That sounds dope. Honestly, I'm cool with just playing a Viking faction and just letting these guys go to war and coming in and cleaning up. That sounds cool too. Ladder sneak on the flank. I also tagged that. So as they're being distracted in the front, on the right hand side, these guys managed to sneak around with 2 ladders. One was destroyed. And they got on the wall. I mean, these guys are sneaking. That's what I think is so cool about this game is it's not just battering rams. It's not just the torches. You got ladders where you could sneak around. You don't have to like get crazy and like have an army of battering rams. You can have a couple ladders. You can, when the enemy's distracted, go around. They don't even know what's happening because you're able to sneak through the woods at night with a ladder and brigades of dudes. Totally reasonable for like a small squad to take over a city and let their army in, you know what I mean, by opening the gates. That's super dope. I thought that was a cool mechanic. They fight for a little bit on the WoW, and I don't want to like just show you them fighting with the volume because I do want you to go over and watch his full stream. If that's something you're interested in, at the bottom it'll show you. I mean, I tagged it clearly for you, so if you find my comment, you can go look at what's going on. And right here, I also tagged the second battering ram. So they brought another one. They didn't just have one. And they got an army coming to knock out the door. They're still struggling over here with this small contingent of forces. I mean, those guys are studs. They know what they're doing. Throughout the whole game, I was like, these guys know how to play the game. Let's listen to the chaos.
Back to the gate.
The question is so hard.
East. The ram is going east.
It's just chaos.
We gotta go to the front.
Defend the game.
More shit if you can in the... Fucking orcs. Push back to the bridge.
So this is a 3-hour stream. It was nearing the end of his stream, and it was a successful defense. I mean, that enough said. The fall of the Iron Bridge, as the title, you know, of the video implies, that they lost it. You know, that sucks. But I mean, this is a cool game. You know, that's why you built multiple, you know, bases, just like in Foxhole. And I thought this was funny. I saw this in the video too. I'm gonna turn on the volume. A war crime was witnessed. Enemy right here. Listen to this guy.
Dudes, let's chat. I'm one guy. Come on, let's chat. Oh, come on.
You have stuff. You have stuff. You have stuff. We need stuff.
No, bro. We're not chatting. We need your stuff. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of his video. There is a lot of content in it. I just wanted to break it down, talk about some of the features of the video. If you haven't played Foxhole and you want to play Anvil Empires, dude, it's open season. They're testing the pre-alpha tomorrow, which would be the 4th. They're gonna do, if you go onto their Discord, you could sign up to try to do a little play test. I'm gonna try to get in on that. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it, but I'm gonna try to get in on that and try to get in on these. Maybe do a live stream of it. But the world looks massive already. If it's anything like Foxhole, it's gonna be really, really good. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. If you made it to the end, give this guy, what was his name? AG Plays. Give that guy a follow. Give that guy a like. He gave me all the content that I wanted to see, and he just didn't commentate on it, and I feel like it needed that. In the comment section, I have everything that I talked about tagged, so if you wanted to go watch it again yourself, go ahead and do that. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Take it easy, like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys.